I know you've seen a lot of domestic football recently, far more than you're used to at this stage of the season, by this stage in the series, but today I'm going to make it up to you with a European doubleheader. Let's do that. What's up guys, I'm ChasingLamely, welcome back to episode number 84 of Passport to Poland, and today in our Champions League doubleheader we are facing Valencia of Spain, followed by Olympique Lyonnais of France in our last two, I think, home games of the Champions League. It is the last home game and an away game, there we go, we finish at home against Juventus in the next episode, but what you've missed so far, or recently, you've just missed the Jagiellonia game. It was a 2-2 draw because Sterling getting a brace to save us from the embarrassment of defeat. Quite frankly, he could have made it 3, missed a penalty. Things, that's just how things shake out, I guess. We're currently sitting 5 points clear in the league though, so it's not damaged us too much. We've had a run of draws lately, but everyone around us seems to be losing. So, without any further ado, let's get into the Valencia game. You remember we drew the first match as Gabriel Paulista got himself sent off. Wright and Gomez are still unregistered, of course, and Reece Devine and Mark Stewart are carrying injuries. Reece Devine is definitely out. Mark Stewart is on the bench today because he's available if we need him, but we hopefully won't. We've got Bradley Wilson in goal. We've got Nick Francis at right back. We've got Bang and Black as centre backs, and Angelastri on the left, with Rico, Ribeiro, Jordao, Liss, Mitchell, and Sterling completing the lineup. Barnowski, Balodi, Longstaff, Dostalek, Stewart, Vasily, and Shimchak are the substitutes. I'm very aware that Nick Francis won't finish the game, but I don't have any other. I've got fitter. That's English properly. I have fitter right back options, but none of them are probably as good as a half-fit Barnowski for the role right now. So we're just going to have to go with it, make do. Hope Francis survives the game and get through this together. I'm hoping we can have a repeat of the last match against Valencia, pick up another draw. We're currently sitting second in the table, so things are going okay for us. The team doesn't seem to have any big changes. Coquelin, apparently, Francis Coquelin is playing for them. The former Arsenal player, of course, still at Valencia, having been there since 2017, technically speaking. Yeah, we'll see what he can do. He's wanted by Beijing. He's on his way to China. Anyone else there who feels like they're important? Li Kang-in didn't play in the last game. He's playing today. He's been there for his entire career, apparently. Entire career at Valencia. Otherwise, pretty much unchanged as far as I can see. Wilfried Zaha on the bench. They've dropped Maxi Gomez, and they've kept the other Gomez, Sergio Gomez, on the bench too. So we'll see what happens. Is this Niang a goal scorer? Not massively. We'll see. We will see. Right, let's get through this. Let's get through this together. Go out and prove a point seems like a good thing to say. How do we throw him off his game? We're just going to look sharp in training. We've looked good in training. That's what we do. Right. Into it. We've brought Valencia home. We got a point against them last time. We are sitting a point ahead of them in the table. And yeah, we just need to essentially get through this. Hope that Valencia can maybe lose to or draw with Juventus in the next game, and hope we don't embarrass ourselves against Lyon. And then maybe if we can pick up another win off Juventus, we can secure our way through into the knockout stage of the Champions League, which is not a phrase I thought I'd be saying anytime soon. Valdemar Liss has got a corner. Ribeiro looks like he's going to get to it, he doesn't, and now Zielinski's going to hit us on the break, and we need to get back very quickly and defend against this. Zielinski has punished us before. He played for Napoli against us in the Europa Cup many moons ago, and he did some damage against us. Still get creative shout. We're dominating possession, which is really nice. We're looking starting to look like we belong in the Champions League, which is good. Essentially, this is third time of asking, our second time in a row, but our third time of asking in the Champions League. We're starting to look like we do actually deserve to be here, which is really nice. We're not embarrassing ourselves, at least, as Juventus go ahead against Lyon, which is going to open the group right up if it stays like that. Black is on the ball. Dave Black has options around him. We'll find Klaus Bang. Klaus Bang being talked about recently as being called up for the Danish squad, which is nice. As Nick Francis picks up the ball on the right hand side, plays it back to Rico, our kind of playmaker of sorts. List to Jourdao. Jourdao with the ball over the top. Mitchell will get there. Has he got an option inside he can play it back to? Looks like he's found Sterling, but doesn't quite get there. Francis has a pop. Nick Francis with his 4th goal of the season. And for a man who's just recovering from an injury, he certainly doesn't look hampered by it. He's put us 1-0 up. And that could put us top of the group. It could. I don't think it does, but it could put us top of the group. If it does, take a screen grab, guys, because that won't last. It hasn't, thankfully, but, you know, I say thankfully, you know, it would be nice to be top of the group, but it's going to take a lot more work than we put in so far, as Zielinski puts it in, and we've just about managed a save from Wilson in goal. Wilson, of course, resuming his duties in goal, because the other lad's not great. I mean, he is, but he's just not the finished article yet. As Lee Kang in picks a pocket or two, let's maybe take the ball back. We can't, but Ribeiro's got it. Mitchell, but he's got his back to goal. He's going to need some help. Ribeiro to Mitchell. Mitchell out to Francis. Is Francis going to go for a 2nd goal of the game? That would be madness. Plays it across goal. Apparently that was a shot. Maybe stick to long range wonder goals, buddy. One-on-one with the keeper is not your thing. Shatashvili plays it out to Hisai. Shatashvili again. Let's get to a player I can't remember the name of. Castagni. And that's definitely deserved to be a goal, but it wasn't, because Wilson was equal to it. He's only worth £22,000 apparently as well. For some reason his value just won't go up. I don't know why. I really don't know why, because he's been phenomenal for it. He's wanted by half of Europe, including Borussia Dortmund. But no one's having him for, you know, no money. That probably should have been a booking, I'm just saying. But hey, we've come in a goal up. We've come in a goal, and Juve are doing a number on Lyon right now. How does that leave the group, just out of curiosity? It leaves Juve 3rd, 3 points behind us, puts him with a good chance of securing our way through, because I'm pretty sure if things stay as they are, we just have to draw with Lyon to get ourselves out of the group. Which you think some kind of handshake agreement, let's just not try scoring and just sit down for 90 minutes. That could be made to happen. It won't work like that, because it's the one thing FM doesn't replicate from real life, is that when two teams can just play out a 0-0 draw to both qualify at the Champions League, they generally tend to do it. But not in the game, unfortunately. So let's get creative. Valdemar List picking up a gashed lower leg. We'll see how his fitness regains or comes back to him. I've got options if I need to rearrange the team. So it's not the biggest drama. I could even go back to the 5-4-1 if I need to. Zielinski plays it in. Let's get rid of that good stuff. It's Diakabi has not managed to put it away. So keep an eye on List though, because like I said, there is a defensive option available to us if we need it. It led to a goal last time we used it as well, you'll remember, against Juventus. Francis with a throw-in. Only finds Castagni, but Francis will pick it back up to Rico. Rico's got options, plays it out to Ribeiro, to Lis. Rico with the ball through to Francis. If Francis can do some damage again, we can double our tally. Went for a shot, which was an awkward decision. Some would say an awful decision too. But you know, that's just how it goes. Right, let's maybe make that change, because they're going to start coming at us now, because their Champions League future depends on it. We will swap Liss with Mitchell. I'm going to move Sterling into the playmaker role just for now. I don't think he'll stay there. The libero is going to be Belodi. I think that was who we used last time, and it worked out okay. I don't think there was anyone else who was better at the libero role. Mark Stewart, but he's not fit, so it should be okay. It'll all work out. We'll do that for now. I've got to really consider taking off Nick Francis, but you know, shy of putting Dave Black there and using Mark Stewart, there's not really a lot of options. We're just going to have to see this one out, hope for the best. Sterling may have to come off if he doesn't improve his performances. somehow very soon. In fact, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to take the risk now. We'll take Sterling off. We'll put Dostalek on. And I want some fresh legs in there somewhere. I just don't know where I want them. I feel like Francis will make it to the end. Just about. Let's take off Ribeiro, put on Longstaff, just because we know he's got the legs. We know Matty Longstaff can get us through it. Jordao is playing slightly better than Ribeiro, which is why he stayed on despite being slightly less fit. Right, they've got a free kick. We need to get rid of this as quickly as we can, and Dostalek has done that only as far as Wilfried Zaha. I don't think we saw him last time, or if we did, he did nothing. Shot from range, and he's just put it wide, and that could have been their last chance. They've gone to a 5-2-3. That's how you know they're taking it seriously. Let's get creative. They're down to 10 men. Hissage has gone off injured, which is good, and now Nick Francis has the chance to really add insult to injury over the bar. Well covered by Martin, but yeah, it's alright, it's okay. Jordao picked up an injury, which isn't ideal, but I'm 90% certain that sees us through. I say 90% certain because obviously we've still got to hold on against Lyon, but we've got a 1-0 win against Valencia, and I genuinely cannot believe how well we're doing in the Champions League right now. We've done well there. We've got one day. I'm not going to cry over one day. We've received another 2 million. We'll praise Nick Francis for being outstanding. And Eddie Howe is watching Keziah Sterling and Darren Mitchell for the next England squad. Very interesting that he's watching Keziah Sterling, because Keziah Sterling is currently in a position where he can play, or he will be able to play for Poland very, very soon. And maybe England are going to try and poach him. I don't know. Just a quick look at the finances before we move forward to the next game. The Lyon game, we're currently 26 million in the black, and our projection is we'll finish the season with some money. So we'll take that all day long. Alright, let's skip forward and we'll come back for the Lyon game. Stick with me. So we're back for the second tie against Lyon, and we're in an interesting situation because, as you can see in the early game, Juventus smashed Valencia 6-0, absolutely destroyed them, which is bad for two reasons. One, because we play Juventus next, which is not ideal, but also if you look at the group, they've got into second, we're on level points, the top three teams are on level points, which means we need to get a result against Lyon. We need to beat Lyon, and we need to get a result against Juventus to get through, which is not an easy task because Lyon put us properly to the sword last time, and Juve aren't going to be happy with us. So this could go really badly. We've got to hope for the best. So just show you what you've missed as well while we've been between these games. We beat Lech Poznan 5-0, hat-trick for Darren Mitchell, Angelastri and Felipe Cruz, also getting themselves on the score sheet with a good all-round team performance. Then we played Cracovia, got a 1-1 draw with Klaus Bang getting himself a goal in a generally quite mundane game. So let's see what we can do to achieve the dream. We've gone beyond the dream. The dream, as I've been saying all along, was a single point. 7 points is ridiculous. But do we have one more miracle left in us? Valdemar List, by the way, is currently injured, which is not going to help our situation. So the team we're going with is Wilson, Francis, Stewart, Black, Devine, who is okay-ish, Rico, Ribeiro, Jordao, Dostalek, Mitchell and Sterling, with Kopek, Bang, Longstaff, Shimchak, Angelastri, Vasily and Svarikai. I don't know how he's got on the bench. I must have clicked someone wrong. I'll sort that out in just a second. Kopek is a youth teamer who's come through, who reminds me a lot of a certain Valdemar List. An awful lot of a certain Valdemar List. Same positions, same a lot. Yeah, so we'll keep an eye on him. I'm trying to work out how that guy got on the bench. I need to put Gabriel Belodi on the bench. There we go, that looks more like I'd like it. Good, job done. Right, let's see what we can do. Yeah, very interesting.
Do I have any appointments today?
Alexa, shut up. apparently not a fan of me today. Don't know why. Don't know why Alexa's listening. Right. So yeah, I was distracted then. Yeah, Kopech he reminds me of Valdemar Liss, and we'll see what goes on there. This is the starting lineup for Lyon. Batiste in goal. We saw him last time. Mendy, Soule, Sanchez, Bernat, Sanchez, the other Sanchez, Renato Sanchez, Caqueret, who was good against us last time, really good against us last time. Pedrinho, Memphis Depay, Jeff Rayner Adelaide, who I believe played for Arsenal. He is an ex-Arsenal youngster, so we know he's fairly good, and Belotti up top. And on the bench, there's a bunch of players who are good that we don't need to worry about just yet. Right. So, no pressure. We just need a miracle. No pressure. We are the leading scorers. We are the leading scorers in the Champions Cup. That is a real thing. We're going to hope that Dave Black can be more than rock solid today. We are going to have to try and keep him quiet. We're going to do the 22 players answer to that one, because otherwise no one cares. And yeah, let's see what we can do. I'm hoping we can get that win today, or a win would be great. Get a draw would be ideal, or would be most likely, but getting a win would be great. Jourdao, as it's raining in Lyon. Jourdao needs to get rid of this fast. Very fast, because Rayner Adelaide was always going to try and take that off him. And Caqueret is free and clear, and Wilson needs to be there for this. And luckily, Caqueret has put it wide, because we had absolutely no chance of doing anything about that if he wasn't putting that wide. Right, let's do this. Let's get creative as early as we can. Hope we can inspire some kind of inspiration from our team, because we very much need to get ourselves into this game as quick as we possibly can. I'm fully prepared to go to 5 at the back if I need to, as always, but we'll try and avoid that, because I'd like to do it the old-fashioned way and just beat them the right way. So we'll see. We've had a shot on goal. That's a good start. That will at least make them think they have some kind of threat against them. Mitchell looking for the ball there. Soule picked it out of the air. Now Bernat's going to run at us, and we need to do something about this quickly. Quickly do something about this. Renato Sanchez, if we can get him sent off, we might be in with a fighting chance. Let's try and tackle him for now, though. Anyone want to try and win a ball in the air, maybe? Pedrinho's got it on the edge of the box. Rayner Adelaide has switched sides. Mendy there. Anyone? Oh, just... It's like we're scared to tackle them. Just like we're scared to tackle them. Although we're taking it into half-time 0-0, hopefully. But we need to be less scared of them. Wilson with a goal kick to Stewart. Stewart has options around him. Will hopefully find one. Ball forward. There is no one there. Why are you wasting the ball like that? You have men so close to you. Just pass it to someone in the same colour shirt. Caqueret over the top to Bernat. It's going to take a miracle for us to defend here. Pedrinho. Anyone. Stop having 3 guys chasing the same ball. Just someone mark your guy. Don't take him down. Don't take him down. Let's get... Rayner. Oh. Just frustrating. Really frustrating. I wonder what Kopech's like in terms of vision. Just to wonder. 11, okay. Just worth bearing in mind, because I don't know what Dostalex is like. Just in case I have to make that switch, you never know. Dostalex not having the best game of his career, it's got to be said. Let's try again. To be fair, I could sacrifice Dostalek and Mitchell and Jourdao right now, and probably have a slightly stronger team. Having Klaus Bang on the bench, though, does mean I can, if I need to, improve the defence with 5 at the back. Nick Francis picking up a booking won't help any situations. But, you know, we'll see how it goes. Right. Mendy with a throw into Memphis Depay. Let's try and tackle him. Rico almost got it. Caqueret, let's get this clear. Good work. Keep forcing Rayner Adelaide to put that over the bar. And hopefully we can start to build something here. Dostalek and Mitchell are both going to have to come off, because I'm not impressed with what I'm looking at right now. We're going to give it another 10 minutes and then we'll make some changes, I think, because something needs to change quite desperately here. Let's pause the game. We're going to go to 5 at the back, try and keep this tight if we can. Mitchell was going to come off anyway, so we'll put on Klaus Bang, I think. He's our best bet at libero, isn't he? Well, I mean, Mark Stewart probably is. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. See if that helps. Looks okay. Doesn't look like the worst thing I've ever attempted. Dostalek. Dostalek's not having a great game. I think we're going to drop Keziah Sterling back to the playmaker for now. And then we'll send on Shimchak to be the point man. We'll keep an eye on Sterling because he isn't the best at attacking midfield. I've probably got better options. We've moved up to first briefly somehow. I don't know how that happened. Because that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. We'll see how it goes. I saw that happen once before and it seemed to be like weird prescience. I didn't understand how it worked, but it did. Holding on to 0-0 though, which is good. Holding on to 0-0 is always beneficial. Can we get ourselves into the game though? That's going to be the big question. We've got a free kick with Black. Let's hope we can turn this into some form of attack. Wilson, who set out, I thought was going into touch then. Devine heads it to Jordao. Rico to Sterling. Keziah Sterling in an unfamiliar position. Maybe he can make something of himself here. Although he's been tackled by Sule and now we're really in trouble. This is the kind of time where they score a goal. Pedrinho, let's try a tackle. Dave Black, come on, turn around, face him. Wilson with a really good save. Whew, really good save. Let's pause that. We're going to make that necessary tactical change of taking off Sterling. Who is the best man for the job of replacing Sterling? It says Vasily, but let's move Jordao there, and let's put on Longstaff. You all thought I was going to go with Kopech there, and you were right, I thought about it. I thought about it, but then common sense prevailed, and I realised sending Matty Longstaff in to do this job is probably the smarter choice. Because, you know, let's not take stupid risks. It looks like we're going to take a 0-0 draw, which does send us in only needing to get a draw against Juventus in the next episode to get through to the knockout stage of the Champions League. Okay. I can't believe I just said that. We're only on, what, season 5? Yeah, season 5. And I'm already saying things like, we need a draw to get through to the group stage of the Champions League, which terrifies me. We've also made £800,000. I forgot Klaus Bang played for Lyon. I forgot he'd been a Lyon player very briefly. There you go. That was a little reunion for him. He's on the verge of becoming a Danish international, and you let him go. Right, let's wrap up the episode and just tick. Next episode, we're coming back, starting with the FA Cup third round against Piast, and then we're going to play Juventus. And we're going to hopefully find our way through to the knockout stage of the Champions League, which just still feels weird saying that. Right, let's leave this episode there. Right, until next time, guys, thank you for watching. As always, my socials are down here. There's the Twitter, there's the Insta, there's the Patreon. The Patreon has t-shirts and, has hoodies and mugs as incentives. If you want to get a hoodie or a mug, you can do that as a thing. Have a look, links below, or it should be. I think it's below. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video though, without doing the Patreon thing, because it's not necessary, just throw the like and subscribe on, because liking and subscribing helps other people find the channel, and maybe someone will buy the mug that you didn't. I don't know. I just set it up because it gave me an option to, and I thought I'd try it out. That's just how my brain works. Right. Anyway, guys, until next time, thank you very much for watching. I have, as always, been Chasing Lamely, and I will see you next time. Have a good